Okay, let's talk a little more about room designs and try these new M&M's pumpkin pie. Whatever. Actually, finding Halloween treats for these stories was not an easy task, let me tell you. It wasn't that bad. So let's try some pumpkin pie. They're gonna all taste the same, so let's grab a couple. And they are a kind of a pale peach, browns, and orange. There you go. The colors and you know, you know. My goodness. That tastes exactly like pumpkin pie. Other than the crunch of the shell, because the chocolate interior virtually has the consistency of pumpkin pie mix. I'm eating pumpkin pie. And that's good. I mean, you gotta get. It's probably more of a Thanksgiving M&M, but how? Yeah, I'm not all out for all the different pumpkin spices. I'm certainly not gonna have a latte or those almonds were just cause. um, there are better almonds, as I was informed. And I agree, but hey, those are for another time. This is a damn decent M&M. Anyways, I believe it was the same hunt that I did that little Planet Horrorwood entrance, which was not really a room. It was pretty easy to do. I also ended up with a room that they wanted a Christmas theme in it. There were times that you submitted your ideas. There were times they told you what all the ideas were and you picked one. This was one. I said, I'll do Christmas. My actual answer was, whatever no one takes, I'll take. No one took Christmas. So I was looking at the room. I had to figure out how I can make this work. You walk in the room, and it wasn't facing the wall. There was just a blatant door right in the middle of the room, nicely off to the left. Empty room I had to work with. So what was I going to do? I had to go to the prop area and look for stuff. And off in the prop area, I, of course, found a Christmas tree. That was easy enough to find. It wasn't really a Christmas tree. It was just pine tree-esque looking. And when you put some garland on it, which I went to the 99-cent store and bought some garland, that was easy enough. So I'm looking around, and then I said, oh, I got an idea. From the 99-cent store, I picked up a pack of cheap wrapping paper. I went to the post office and got the free boxes that you can get from them. So I had several shapes of boxes, wrapped them up, presents under the tree. Perfect. I found some Christmas tree lights, strung them around the tree. That lit the room perfectly. Couch went in the middle of in the back of the room, and there was an old style tube television. The tube was just completely busted, but you could tell it was a TV. I'd left the back of it facing the audience, with the front facing the couch, and I found a broken manger scene, and I put that on top, because broken was fine. The idea was Santa had been there and was a murderer, and on the couch was a mannequin of a woman with giant lawn type candy canes. They're like 4 feet tall, just stabbed into her in different parts. So we had that going. Now I had to hide the door and make the room interesting. So I started going around the prop area, and I had a shopping cart near there. And people were cracking up as they saw me throw stuff in the shopping cart. I found a deer head. So I threw that in the shopping cart. Found a Venetian blind. Threw that in the shopping cart. And I found a fireplace grate. And of course, that went in the shopping cart. And I'm walking through, where everyone is, and they're like, "What's he gonna do with that?" We're like, "Just wait." What, "Nope, but just wait. It's gotta be something weird." So around the door, I painted I painted brick. And then at the bottom of the door, I mounted the fireplace screen grate thing. And I also, and this was on the door, but the brick was more than the door. I made it wider than the door. The door was maybe 4 feet. I made it 5 feet. And I put that garland and I wrapped it like loop-de-loop across, decorating above the fireplace, making sure I stapled right above the door openings and right below the door openings in multiple places too, so it wouldn't be flinging. The idea was so I could cut around the door, and it really helped hide the door. The door was hidden between the fireplace bricks and the garland, because the garland would mesh back up together, and you couldn't tell there was a door there. And it made for a fun scare because Santa came out of the fireplace. He came down the chimney, out of the fireplace, and there was Santa, and people got scared and laughed at the joke. And the other joke was the deer head. And on the window right above the sofa, I painted just a black square. And then I put the deer head and I mounted it right in the middle of the black square. And I also got a ping pong ball that I painted red and I put it on the deer head's nose. That was just for fun. And then also, I took that Venetian blind and I split it. And I put it all, I mounted it above the door and I split it so the deer head was coming through the Venetian blind, and I screwed pieces into his ear, into parts, so it was just bursting out. And what you had was Rudolph busting into a window in a Christmas scene with a woman dead. And people were looking at it laughing, and then Santa would pop out of the chimney. It was quite a fun little scene. I liked that one a lot. I was always proud of that. So there's a little short story that I always liked, and these are good. Just go get some of these. Bye-bye, folks.